And you know, that's what trips me out. It's like we say women got the unrealistic expectations, and some of them do, but ain't nobody got more unicorn, fairy tale, Dora the Explorer expectations of the opposite sex than us, men. Again, some women do expect a man to be 6 feet tall and make six figures and have a six-pack abs, and that's unrealistic for most men. But I know like 10 dudes already that fit into that category. All you gotta do is have a good job and some good genetics and you're straight.
What's going on, ladies and gents? This is your boy Agree to Disagree, and I'm coming at you again with some more video reviews. As always, I got some good content coming your way, so let's get right into it.
There's so many men that don't like women, but they're sexually unattracted to men, and they have no choice but to deal with you. And they act like it, don't they? Like, these men don't like women for real. They don't bond with women. They don't emotionally connect with women. They prefer to be around men. They respect men. They get along with men. They see men as their equals. They do not view you as it. But the only reason they're with you is because they're not sexually attracted to the men. If it wasn't for sex or power, they wouldn't be with you. I need y'all to watch out for these men. Actually, inquire about whether this man actually like women. Not if you're heterosexual. My question to you is, do you actually like women?
You know what? I actually think he makes a good point here. The type of men he's talking about, these are going to be like more of your fresh and fit Andrew Tate type men. The type of men who view relationships as strictly transactional instead of an actual bond and friendship. These are the type of men who have never actually seen a healthy relationship between a man and a woman. And it's kind of sad when you think about it. Viewing women as sex objects is only going to lead to further division between men and women. And I'm not trying to pander to you guys. There's women like this who exist as well. You know, the type of women who view men as ATM machines. The type of women who say, I don't need a man now that I got money. These type of people don't understand what true intimacy is. They're so scared of being hurt that they're never vulnerable. They don't open up, and they foolishly believe that their side is the only side that deserves love when the other side deserves love as well.
Most people don't even know what a successful long-term relationships look like. We're gonna be honest. Like, a lot of people come from broken homes.
Yeah, we don't have that example.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't have anything to even kinda emulate. So when I get out in this world and I meet my woman or I meet my man, we literally figuring it out as we go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's,
flying out of seat of your pants.
right. So it's not that, I'm lazy or I just, don't want to put the work in. Is that I don't even know what steps to take in terms of getting this shit to that 40-year anniversary, 50-year anniversary that we be talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why it's important for platforms like this, platforms like y'all to speak on, hey, this is what a successful marriage looks like.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, especially in this space that we in, everybody speaks on the dysfunction, sure.
Yeah.
But you don't hear many people on these platforms talking about, yeah, bro, me and my old lady been married 20 years, everything going good, this is what we did, XYZ, XYZ. So it's like a lot of people don't have no blueprint to follow, so it's more ignorance.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Marriage is something you have to work at. Long-term relationships is something you have to work at and practice. You can't be a hoe your whole life and then meet the right person and think everything is going to be sunshine and roses. No, it doesn't work that way. There's going to be bumps and bruises along the way. There's going to be ups and downs, and you have to be prepared for that. And to add to that, this is another reason why I promote marriage so heavily, because our children need to grow up seeing what a healthy long-term relationship looks like. I talk a lot about the benefits that children get from growing up in a two-parent household, but on top of that, they need something to strive for instead of thinking it's okay to be a single parent because that's what I grew up with.
Now, I absolutely believe there are women who are combative by nature and all of that. But one thing I don't think we talk enough about is the fact that a lot of women are just investing in themselves. Their self-esteem is raising up and all that good stuff. And what's happening is their self-esteem is rising higher than the level of treatment that they're receiving from their man. And when that happens, there's this clash. Over and over again, there's going to be this clash because her standards are raising. She's growing. and you're still trying to give her the same treatment that the old her was comfortable with. But she outgrew that version of herself. So if you don't outgrow the current version of yourself, then she will. And you're going to be mad.
You know, I don't understand what's the relationship between being combative and outgrowing someone. Just because you're outgrowing someone, that doesn't give you the excuse to be combative. And, you know, outgrowing someone happens on both sides. It's not just exclusive to women. You know, I know personally, I remember being in a relationship whilst I was just coming into my own, and I outgrew that person, and I decided that, you know, this person isn't the one for me. I didn't demean her. I didn't belittle her. I just realized that we are no longer compatible, and I moved on. When we're talking about personal growth, that's something that someone has to go through on their own. And some people, unfortunately, you know, maybe they don't want to change. Maybe they're looking at you like, why did you change? We were good before, but you're the one who started wanting more and started wanting this. So, you know, you have to understand that you can't change someone. But, you know, instead of being combative, what you can do is you can kind of encourage the person, or you can communicate to your partner that, you know, you want this and you want that. But let's not excuse women for being combative, Derrick.
And you know, that's what trips me out. It's like, we say women got the unrealistic expectations, and some of them do, but ain't nobody got more unicorn, fairy tale, Dora the Explorer expectations of the opposite sex than us, men. Again, some women do expect a man to be 6 feet tall and make six figures and have a six-pack abs, and that's unrealistic for most men. But I know like 10 dudes already that fit into that category. All you got to do is have a good job and some good genetics, and you're straight.
Hold up, man. There is not a lot of men out there with six-pack abs, 6 feet tall, and making six figures. If there was, why would these women be complaining so much? That's all these women complain about. There's not enough eligible men. But now all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of 6 feet tall, six-pack abs making over six figures. Like, somebody's lying here. Either the women are lying or you're lying, Derrick. Come on. I mean, just look at the statistics. Less than 15% of men are over 6 feet tall. Less than 15% of men are making over six figures. And how many of those men do you think fit in both of those categories? And what percentage of those men are actually a good guy? So as you raise your standards, your dating pool shrinks. And, you know, Derrick, you know, he's famous and he's successful now. So maybe, you know, he's around those circles. So maybe he's thinking that, you know, that's what's out there just because he's around a lot of high value men. But in the regular world, there's not a lot of those guys out there. Let's continue.
But look at us. Like, what do we expect of a woman? She got to be a virgin, but she got to be a freak. She got to pay half the bills, but she got to do 100% of the cleaning, the cooking, the child raising. She got to be exhausted from all of that. You know, all the cooking and washing and cleaning and all that good stuff, and still be horny enough to meet our sexual needs.
All right. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And again, maybe it's because, again, you know, Derrick Jaxn, you know, now that he's successful, maybe he's around a lot of high value men. And perhaps these high value men, you know, have high standards. I mean, that makes sense. If you're a high value man, you're not just accepting any old thing. But regular guys like me and you, like the people around me, like, we're not, no guy that I know, that I talk to, expects a woman to go half on the bills and do all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry. Like, who's expecting that? Most of the dudes that I know, we're ecstatic if the woman even knows how to cook. If she knows how to cook, we're like, oh, bro, I think I found the one, bro. I went to a crib, bro, and she cooked me a whole meal. Like, we are excited if a woman just cooks us a plate of food, let alone doing all the cleaning and laundry and being a homemade. A regular dude isn't expecting that because, first of all, there's not going to be a sane woman who's going to do that for a regular man who's not paying all the bills. A woman isn't going to do that. So why would any man expect that? Let's be realistic about this. Let's continue.
And get a good night's rest, but also wake up in the middle of the night in case we want some head and a turkey sandwich. That ain't it. She also got to give birth to all our babies, because you know we got to have that legacy. But then she can't have no stretch marks, and she got to lose that baby weight in 30 days or less. And then she got to do it while fighting postpartum depression by herself, because we're going to tell her she having an attitude or something like that, because all we thinking about is we ain't got no vagina in the last 6 weeks that she got to take to heal. That ain't it. Then she can get older, but she can't look older. Otherwise, we're going to say that she's falling off. Like, the list goes on, but just tell me something. How many women do you know that fit into that category? None. So who really got the unrealistic expectations?
What? None? None? Let's do some research, shall we?
You funny and all, but like, you a midget. I can't do it.
I'm sorry, baby. It's the height, but we could be friends. We could, we could kick it,
You already know what I just said. Y'all have to pass.
What kind of man you desire, girl?
Oh, they're gonna get mad at me, Kendra. They're gonna get mad. I want the sixes. I want over 6 feet, over 6 figures, 6 inches, over 6 inches. And I know people cringe when they hear those sixes, but that's what I want.
What's the bare minimum he could make?
200. I make 150.
So you wouldn't say the guy that made 95,000?
Where he work at? What they do for 95?
There's a lot of jobs that pay 95K.
These are just a few women from the Kendra G show. There's also examples from Kevin Samuels' show where these women get on here and they talk about how they want a man who makes a certain amount of money. So these women do exist. So what the hell are you even talking about? I'm really curious to know, like, what kind of men does Derrick Jaxn surround himself with where he believes that all men just like have these wild expectations of women? Because I talk to regular guys. I don't know who he talks to, but I don't know any guy who thinks like a woman is going to birth out a baby and just be like having like sex the next day, or like she's not going to get stretch marks, or she's not going to be, I live in North Carolina, you know what I mean? So big girls are winning here. So if a woman puts on a little extra weight, man, the dude probably happy, like, oh yeah, man, she getting thick, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be excited, once she puts on that little bit of baby fat. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, we have these wild expectations. No, we don't. Listen, I understand that it's always, relationships need to be 50-50, right? There needs to be an equal share of the workload. In no situation should a man not do his share of the work around the house, unless he's paying for all the bills. In that case, then the woman needs to be doing her part and at least do some cooking and cleaning if she ain't got to pay no bills. So I think in whatever situation, there needs to be a partnership within the relationship. Each person needs to be doing their part. That is something that I think everyone can agree with. But Derrick Jaxn, stop pandering to these damn women, making them believe that all these men have these wild expectations. I talk to any single man in your vicinity and he is not going to say any of that stuff unless, like I said, he's one of these high value men who has a lot of options. In that case, he can be picky because he's a high value man. But us regular guys, ask a regular guy. A regular guy is not going to be talking about how they expect, a woman to do all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry and all this other stuff, and also go 50-50 on the bills. A regular guy is not going to do that, unless he's just an absolute narcissist, which they do exist. But let's not make it seem like there's just tons of men out here with these wild expectations. Stop pandering, Derrick. Stop it. But that's all I got for this one. Let me know what you thought of the video. What points did you agree with? What points did you disagree with? Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. And if you got anything out this video, hit that like button. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm out.